Good morning to everybody and welcome to the Wise Woman's Word. So, today I wanted to talk to you about anger, resentment, how we hold it in, how it actually affects us. So, for those who don't know me, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Glenda Kroll. I am a coach. I empower women to take on and harness their own power within because we really don't realize how incredible and how powerful we really are. It's because we give too much of our power to others, and what a waste. So, today I've been posting about how we hold on to our anger, our resentment. We all have had things done to us. Yes, we've lost jobs, we've been in relationships, maybe we've had a very bad fight with our children or our spouse or our boss, and we hold on to that anger and that resentment. And what does that do for us? Well, let me tell you what it does for us. What it does for us is it holds that energy in our own bodies. It actually hurts us. That energy comes into us and it doesn't just dissipate. That's the problem. It just seems to bumble. So think about this. You take a glass and you pour some pop into that glass. And you notice how the bubbles go up and it keeps going up and up and up. Well, that's what's happening inside of you when you actually have that anger, that resentment, that uh, jealousy, whatever it is that's going on in your life. And what happens to that with us? It hurts us. I've seen it so many times throughout my life and teaching people and coaching people. What ends up happening is you become sick. I know you've heard this millions of times before, but you probably haven't actually sat down and start looking at ways that you can release it. Can you actually take that person who's hurt you, that person that maybe cheated on you, that person that lied to you, and actually turn around and in your own heart say thank you for that lesson? Because no, most of the time we just let it go, or we think we're letting it go. And that's the problem. We aren't. What ends up happening is that anger, hostility, just seems to flourish. It's like a flower. Well, let me change it. It's like a weed. It grows, gets stronger, more powerful. And instead of helping you, it hurts you. It shines in you, but not a shine. It actually makes you look like you're green. And believe it or not, everybody around you can see it. Maybe you can't, but other people can. And what ends up happening, yeah, you start to attract it. Now, don't take it from me. I've seen it time and time again. I've seen it where people get so angry, they can't just let it go. It fuzzles and fizzles and keeps going and growing. Yeah, that weed inside of you is taking root. And what's happening is when you go out and you reach out to others, it shows. Yeah, it's like taking it in the background and there's a weed coming up all around you. And what's happening is it's pulling you away from other relationships. Maybe you have a chance of maybe attracting that true love, but you don't talk in a loving manner. You don't show lovingness because you still are harboring that resentment, that anger, that guilt. But when you can get to the point in your life where you can actually start to be grateful for what that person did to you. How do I know? Been there. Yeah. The first part of my marriage, my my first relationship, I left. It was a terrible marriage. I wasn't happy. I realized at one point, what I teaching my children? There wasn't love happening. I was teaching them resentment. But a wise person once said to me, and I want you to do this, take out an empty bottle. Yeah, like a pill bottle. And I want you to close it up. And I want you to leave this pill bottle in front of you. And I want you to know inside that pill bottle is poison. Now you have that ability that you can open up that lid of that pill bottle and drink that poison because that's what's happening inside of you. Or you can keep that pill bottle closed and allow the poison to stay in the bottle, not in you. See, at one point, I decided in my own life that, I was just going to release it and not get involved in it. Thank you for teaching me the lessons. Thank you for making me learn that I had to become more resilient. Thank you for teaching me that I had to think on my feet. I had to find ways of bringing money in so I could feed my children, so I could clothe my children, so I can teach my children that some people love in different ways. It wasn't up to me to be the lesson on the other side. As I released that anger, that meanness, my life changed. Yeah. And so did my children because they began to see the difference in me. So when we change, people around us change. And do you really want to glow with green? Or do you want to glow with sunshine, with beauty, with kindness, and with love? Because that's exactly what the choices are. So it's time to look at what you've been through. Remember, we have a rear view mirror in our car. It's small, it's there for a reason. It's there to look behind, to acknowledge, yes, what we've been through. But most importantly, we've got this huge window in front of us that we're looking through, that we're heading forward to. Those are the ways of growing and looking at the beauty, because maybe the sunlight is in our eyes a little bit, but that sun is going to shine for us. That's going to help us grow. So if you have a choice of holding on to the anger, of holding on to that meanness, that jealousy, that resentment, what's it going to do for you? For me, my choices are I want to grow and lavish in love. Make sure the people around me know that I care. Make sure the people around me know that I'm grateful, that they want to pick up the phone and call me because they know that if we go out, we're just going to end up having a laugh. I'm not going to sit there and start spewing out the anger, the resentment, because all that does is it gives it energy. I want to give my energy a chance to help others to grow. So if you're watching this, maybe there's a reason. Maybe there's something you have to learn from it. Maybe it's time for you to grow in the positive way. Whether a job that you got dismissed of, and maybe, yeah, I know, you're sitting back and you might be doubting yourself a little. I understand. But maybe it's a time to grow. Maybe it's time to learn a new skill. Maybe that person did you a favor by making you quit or firing you, because maybe there's something better out there for you. Yeah. So maybe there's something that is going to inspire you to change your life. And let me tell you, when we change our lives, we change the ones around us too. So it's time to release the anger, the resentment, the jealousy, or what we're harboring in us. It doesn't matter. We don't need to be resentful. We don't need to be drinking that poison that's going to be harming us. It's time to love our bodies and ourselves and be grateful for whoever did us any harm, because those are the greatest lessons. But don't forget those lessons. It's important to forgive, to release it, to let it go, because we don't want to attract. I've seen it time and time again. People that are holding in all that anger. Yeah, I've really seen it right in my face, how those people have been hurt, have been grown uglier and sicker, and those people have died because they built that anger in them. Isn't it time that you just built the love in you and stop waiting for ways of getting back. You know, I always say, karma is a bitch. And if they're not a good person, it will come to them in their own way. But why do I need to waste my time, my energy, and all that strength in me to hurt somebody else? If it happens, it happens. It's time to release it, let it go, and allow other people to do their own thing. Because you don't need to draw that to you. So start each day by releasing it. Let me tell you another secret. Breathe. Let's go. Let's do a breath and I'll show you. Breathe in for 4. That breath is worth $1,000,000 to you. Yeah. It's what does it for us. Breathing deep allows us to fill our lungs, to clear our minds, to breathe in gratitude, breathe out disappointment. But let me tell you something. Disappointment is only also what you give energy to. Maybe things don't work out, but maybe there's a reason. Maybe something else we need to learn. But just learn to understand it's not the worst thing in the world. Because when we get disappointed, sometimes we try a little harder. But don't let somebody else's perception of you, of what they think that you should be or not, to do or give any type of energy to it. Learn that the only person you can disappoint is yourself. Don't give it to others to give them that much energy in your life. Remember, it's all up to you. It's all up to you to release it. You don't need to tell that person that you're sorry. You need to allow that energy of anger, hatred, whatever that energy is, to go and say thank you. Because what it did is it maybe built you to be a little stronger, maybe a little wiser. And if nothing else, maybe you learned how you felt that way. So the next time maybe that you actually maybe say something to somebody that isn't really kind, maybe something will twing in your own heart to say, no, it's not right. I got to lead with love. I don't need to be angry. I don't need to be mean. How can I lift you up instead of push you down? If we all just take this, our world would be a lot nicer. And if one person hears this today and it rings truth in your own heart, please give me a love, give me a like, share me. But most important, if nothing else that I've said today, let it ring true in your heart that you have 2 choices. Do you sit back and drink that energy, that negative energy that's just poison that goes into your body? Or do you throw that bottle away and say no more? For me, it's all about being kind. And if no one else, if you be kind to yourself, you'll change everything too. Because remember, where it radiates inward comes out. So I send you love and light today and hope this resonates with you. And if you are having trouble in yourself, releasing that anger, letting go of that disappointment, what somebody else has done for you, done to you, it's actually done. When I just said it before, it was actually done for you. You need to be in a different place and a different time and have the right people around you. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Reach out to me and let's talk. Let's have coffee together. Yes, write and tell me that something struck a chord in you. How can we all lead with more love instead of more anger? It's only a flip of the switch, but it's up to you to decide. Again, my name is Glenda Kroll. I'm an empowerment coach for women, including or in teaching and directing you to become your better, stronger self because you've got it in you. You just might need a little bit of help. That's what I do. I'm here to encourage you to power that wonderful energy that's inside of you. Looking forward to hearing you reach out to me and tell me, what did you get from all this? Did I hit a little bit of an accord? Yes. Today is a new day to start over, a day to be grateful that you got out of bed and you moved forward with love. Take care. Have an awesome day. Bye for now.